These are the words of the covenant, which the Lord commanded Moses to establish for the sons of Israel in the land of Moab, besides the covenant that he had made with them at Coreb. And Moses called all the sons of Israel and said to them, You have seen all that the Lord did before you in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh and to his attendants and to all his land, the great trials that your eyes saw, the signs and those great wonders. But to this day the Lord God has not given you a heart to know, and eyes to see, and ears to hear. And he led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your garments have not grown old, and your sandals have not worn from your feet. You have not eaten bread, you have not drunk wine in Sicera, so that you may know that he is the Lord your God. And you came as far as this place, and King Sihon of Heshbon and King Og of Bashan came out to meet us for battle, and we struck them down, and we took their land. And I gave it as an allotment to Reuben and to Gad, and to the half-tribe of Manasseh. And you shall be watchful to perform all the words of this covenant, in order that you may understand everything that you shall do. You stand today, all of you, before the Lord your God, the leaders of your tribes, and your council of elders, and your judges and your recorders, every man of Israel, your women and your progeny, and the guest who is in the midst of your camp, from the woodcutter even up to your water-bearer, so that you may enter in the covenant of the Lord your God, and in his imprecations, which the Lord your God is making with you today, in order that he may establish you for himself as a people, and he in turn shall be your God, as he said to you, and as he swore to your fathers, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. And I am establishing this covenant and this imprecation, not with you alone, but also with those who are here with us today before the Lord our God, and with those who are not here with us today, because you know how we lived in the land of Egypt, and how we passed through the midst of the nations through which you passed. And you have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, that were among them. Who is there among you, man or woman, or family or tribe, whose mind has turned away from the Lord our God, to go and serve the gods of those nations? Who among you is a root growing up with gall and bitterness? And it shall be, if he hears the words of this imprecation, and declares in his heart, saying, May holy things become mine, because I shall walk in the wandering of my heart. Lest the sinner destroy the sinless as well, God will not want to pardon him, but the Lord's anger and his zeal will then blaze out against that person, and all the imprecations of this covenant, written in the book of this law, will attach themselves to him, and the Lord will blot out his name from the earth beneath the sky. And the Lord will single him out for evil from all the sons of Israel, in accordance with all the imprecations of the covenant, which are written in the book of this law. And the next generation will say, Your sons who will rise up after you, and the stranger who may come from a land far away, and they will see the plagues of that land and its diseases which the Lord has sent upon it, sulfur and burnt salt. Its whole land shall not be sown, nor shall it sprout, neither will any vegetation spring up on it, just as Sodom was overturned, and Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, which the Lord overturned in wrath and anger. And all the nations will say, Why has the Lord done thus to this land? What was this great vehemence of anger? And they will say, Because they abandoned the covenant of the Lord, the God of their fathers, which he made with their fathers when he brought them out of the land of Egypt. And having gone, they served other gods and did obeisance to them, whom they had not known, neither had he allotted to them. And the Lord became angry with wrath against that land, to bring on it according to all the curses written in this book. And the Lord removed from them their land in wrath and anger, and very great provocation, and cast them into another land, as it is now. The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but the revealed things belong to us, and to our children forever, to do all the words of this law. And it shall be, when all these words come upon you, the blessing and the curse that I gave before you, that you shall receive them into your heart among all the nations, wherever the Lord may scatter you there. And you shall return to the Lord your God, and obey his voice regarding everything I command you today, with the whole of your heart, and with the whole of your soul. And the Lord will heal your sins and have mercy on you, and gather you again from all the nations among whom the Lord has scattered you there. If your dispersion be from an end of the sky to an end of the sky, from there the Lord your God will gather you, and from there he will take you. And the Lord your God will bring you into the land that your fathers inherited, and you will inherit it, and he will make you well, and he will make you numerous beyond your fathers. And the Lord will purge your heart, and the heart of your offspring, to love the Lord your God with the whole of your heart, and with the whole of your soul, in order that you may live. And the Lord your God will give these imprecations on your enemies, and on those who hate you, who pursued you. And you shall turn and listen to the voice of the Lord your God, and you shall do his commandments that I command you today. And the Lord your God will treat you with care in every work of your hands, in the progeny of your belly, and in the produce of your land, and in the progeny of your livestock. For the Lord your God will turn to be joyful towards you for good things, just as he was joyful over your fathers. And if you listen to the voice of the Lord your God, to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments that are written in the book of this law, if you turn to the Lord your God with the whole of your heart and with the whole of your soul, because this commandment that I command you today is not excessive, nor is it far from you. It is not in the sky, saying, Who will go up to the sky and get it for us? And when we hear it, we shall do it. Neither is it beyond the sea, saying, Who will cross to the other side of the sea for us and get it for us? And when we hear it, we shall also do it. The word is very near to you, in your mouth and in your heart, and in your hands to do it. See, I have given before you today life and death, good and evil. Now if you listen to the commandments of the Lord your God that I command you today, to love the Lord your God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments, then you shall live and become many, and the Lord your God will bless you in all the land into which you are entering there to inherit it. And if your heart turns away, and you do not listen, but having been led astray you do obeisance to other gods and serve them, I declare to you today that by destruction you shall perish, and you shall not have many days in the land into which you are crossing the Jordan there to inherit it. I call both sky and earth to witness against you today. I have given before you life and death, blessing and curse. And choose life, so that you and your offspring may live, to love the Lord your God, to listen to his voice, and to hold fast to him. For this is life for you, and the length of your days, so that you may live in the land that the Lord swore to your fathers, Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, to give them. And Moses finished speaking all these words to all the sons of Israel, and he said to them, I am today 120 years old. I shall not be able any more to come in and to go out. Now the Lord said to me, You shall not cross over this Jordan. The Lord your God who goes before you, he will utterly destroy these nations from before you, and you shall dispossess them. Jesus also is the one crossing over before you, as the Lord spoke. And the Lord will do to them as he did to Sihon and Og, the two kings of the Amorites who were beyond the Jordan, and to their land as he utterly destroyed them. And the Lord has delivered them before you, and you shall do to them as I have commanded you. Be manly and strong, have no fear, nor be frightened, nor be terrified from before them. Because the Lord your God, he who goes with you among you, will not forsake you or abandon you. And Moses called Jesus and said to him before all Israel, Be manly and strong, for you will go before this people into the land that the Lord has sworn to our fathers to give them, and you will take possession of it for them. And the Lord, the one who goes with you, will not forsake you or abandon you. Do not fear, nor be frightened. And Moses wrote down the words of this law in a book, and gave to the priests the sons of Levi, who carry the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and to the elders of the sons of Israel. And Moses commanded them in that day, saying, After 7 years, in the time of the year of release, during the feast of tent pitching, when all Israel comes together to appear before the Lord your God, at the place that the Lord may choose, you shall read this law before all Israel in their ears, having assembled the people, men and women and progeny and the guests in your cities, so that they may hear, and so that they may learn to fear the Lord your God, and they shall listen to perform all the words of this law. And their sons who do not know shall hear and learn to fear the Lord your God, all the days which they themselves live in the land, into which you are crossing over the Jordan there to inherit it. And the Lord said to Moses, Look, the days of your death have come near. Call Jesus and stand by the entrance of the tent of witness, and I will command him. And Moses went, and Jesus into the tent of witness, and they stood by the entrance of the tent of witness. And the Lord descended in a cloud, and he stood at the entrance of the tent of witness. And the pillar of cloud stood at the entrance of the tent. And the Lord said to Moses, Look, you are lying down with your fathers, and this people having risen up will prostitute after foreign gods, of the land into which it is going there to inherit it. And they will forsake me and break my covenant, that I have established with them. And I shall be angry with wrath against them in that day, and I will abandon them and turn away my face from them. And it will become food, and many evils and afflictions will find it. And in that day it will say, Because the Lord my God is not with me, these evils have found me. But I by turning will turn my face from them on that day, on account of all the evils they have done, because they turn to foreign gods. And now write the words of this song, and teach it to the sons of Israel, and put it in their mouth, in order that this song may be to me a witness among the sons of Israel. For I will bring them into the good land which I swore to their fathers, a land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall eat, and filled shall be sated, and will turn to foreign gods, and serve them, and provoke me, and break my covenant. And this song will confront them, by witnessing contrariwise, for it will not be forgotten from the mouth of their offspring. For I know their evil, what they are doing here today, before I have brought them into the good land that I swore to their fathers. And on that day Moses wrote this song, and taught it to the sons of Israel. And he commanded Jesus and said, Be manly and strong, for you shall bring the sons of Israel into the land that the Lord swore to them, and he will be with you. And when Moses had finished writing down in a book all the words of this law to the very end, then he commanded the Levites, who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, saying, Having taken the book of this law, you shall put it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, and it shall be there as a witness against you. For I know your rebelliousness and your hard neck. For while I am still alive among you today, you are being fractious concerning the things of God. How not also after my death? Assemble to me all the leaders of your tribes, and your elders, and your judges, and your recorders, so that I may speak all these words in their ears, and call sky and earth to witness against them. For I know that, after my demise, with lawlessness you will act lawlessly, and turn aside from the way that I have commanded you. And the evils will come upon you at the end of days, because you will do what is evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him through the works of your hands. And Moses spoke the words of this song to the very end, in the ears of the whole assembly of Israel.